Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some of my favorite luxury makeup products from the month of July. As I looked back over the past couple of weeks and months to make my list, I remembered how June was just dominated by new launches. It was almost overwhelming. A lot of specialty pieces, big eyeshadow palettes. This time around, I think I did a better job including those perfect go-to everyday holy grail type of products. So these are items that you can really incorporate into your beauty routine every single day. To make things easy, I'm presenting these in the order I would apply them to the face. So I'm starting with this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This was sent to me complimentary in a big box from Glow Recipe. And prior to that arriving, I don't think I'd ever tried anything from the brand. Well, this is one of the items I unboxed, just started using it out of convenience. I think I had left it on my vanity one morning and I just started applying it. It smells really nice, it feels great, but it's almost the perfect daily moisturizer, especially for me here in hot, humid Miami. If you live somewhere that is oppressively hot at the moment, if it's really humid, you don't want a moisturizer that's too heavy because it just feels like your face is melting the moment you walk outside, especially wearing masks. This is perfect. It says it's for all skin types, but especially if you need oil control. If you're very oily, I think you'll love this because again, it's just so light. It's a vegan, cruelty-free, lightweight gel for all skin types. It addresses dryness, redness, fine lines, and wrinkles. The best part about it is this bottle is only $39. It's also one of the Clean at Sephora brands. I did not realize how affordable this brand was. I think that is an incredible price for this, and it does contain hyaluronic acid, antioxidants. You know, it has yummy stuff for your skin in it. It feels great. I think it is the perfect moisturizer underneath makeup. I fell in love with it kind of by accident, but I don't think a day has gone by in the last couple of weeks that I have not used this moisturizer during the day. Next up, I have my by Terry Brightening CC Serum. This is the Radiance Elixir in the shade 4, Sunny Flash. I also have the Rose Elixir. That was the gateway drug that got me hooked on this product, and now I have to stop myself from purchasing all of them. I think there are 4 shades available because it is just so beautiful. I like to use this as a primer beneath my makeup, but the Rose Elixir has that pink undertone. It's kind of a pearly pink, slightly iridescent. It's very beautiful. But I think it's just best suited for winter, spring style of makeup. This Sunny Flash is perfect over the summer when you want to be a bronze goddess. And this will give you color, more than I expected. It contains skincare as well. It has the cellular rose stem cells. It's so thin and lightweight. It is the perfect buildable product to wear underneath your makeup. And you can also mix this into your foundation if you want to add a little glow. So it's color correcting. It's going to help even out your complexion overall. It acts as the perfect makeup primer, something for your foundation to really grab hold of. But it also has some luminosity as well, so it's going to make your skin look naturally radiant. On days that I've sunless tanned, I have to make sure my body has some color. But if I don't want to wear foundation, I could just apply this to my skin and it will look very natural, very light, but almost enhanced in a way. It is so pretty. And that's why, at least for now over the summer when I want some color, I really prefer the Sunny Flash to my Rose Elixir, which I love, but I would never wear that alone because it does leave a pale, rosy cast to the skin. Underneath makeup, it's beautiful. Mixed into makeup, beautiful, very ethereal. But this Sunny Flash is perfect by itself. Here I have the new Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. And I feel like I have nothing more to say about this because I have ranted and raved about the Chanel Loose Powder for years and years. It is one of their best products. This is the new version. I guess the formula is supposedly different. They did expand the shade range, which I think is definitely a good thing, so they have deeper shades. And they are meant to be translucent, but of course if you have very dark skin, you don't want to apply this bright white powder to your face, of course. It's not going to give you coverage, it's just intended to set your makeup, and it is so light, so finely milled, and that's what I've always loved about this powder. There was some speculation when it launched that it was different and it didn't look as nice. I've been using the new powder over the past couple of weeks. I honestly can't see a difference, and I went in with the idea in my mind that I wasn't going to like it anymore. It was going to be different. I looked as close as I possibly could. Every time I applied, I think I'm still kind of trying to be skeptical. I look so close. I can't see it. It just disappears into the skin. I think it's just as great as the original powder. Zero difference in my opinion. The old powder, I went through a couple of them. I had a beige Lumiere. I went through the 20 translucent. I decided to pick up the 10 just to give me a little extra brightening under the eye. I really like that effect, but even still, being stark white, I don't think it is so ghostly because it just kind of melts. It almost disappears, so it gives you a little bit of brightening, but not much. It's just a great setting powder. I have 3 favorite bronzers here to talk about. I tried to narrow it down, but I simply couldn't, and they are different enough that I feel justified talking about 3. This Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer, this is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. I picked up the shade 04 Honey Glaze. I love this. I think it is so beautiful. One of the best cream bronzers I have ever tried. Now this I was really skeptical of because I didn't think they gave you a lot of product for the price. I just wasn't sure how it was going to work. It blends so beautifully. It is such a simple, easy application, fast. This could be your go-to morning bronzer and you can just get out the door and go. I love products like that. They're simple. I love the color, I love the texture, I love the finish. It doesn't feel greasy or sticky whatsoever, but it also doesn't look dry. It doesn't have a powder finish, so it just looks like your natural skin. Every time I use this, I feel like I barely dip into the pan and it bronzes my entire face, neck, chest, décolleté without using any product. So for the price, it's actually a really great buy. I don't think you can beat it. Huge mirror. I love this packaging. I think it's really pretty. This was my first Fenty Beauty purchase, and now I'm hooked. I also have to talk about my favorite Chantecaille bronzer. This is the Real Bronze in the shade Sirena. So beautiful. They call this a gel powder. It almost has a balmy texture. It's very creamy. And because of that, it blends really nicely on the skin. You get a ton of color payoff. I love the red pebble. Everything about it. Even though there are only 2 shades, Sirena and Goa, I think they did a beautiful job creating 2 shades that will work for a wide majority of people. This is actually a little bit deep for me. I have to be light-handed, so I know that if you are darker than I am, you could still use the Sirena. And then the Goa has more of a red undertone. This one's a little bit more of a warm bronze. Stunning. Real bronze is the best way to describe it because it truly looks like you've been kissed by the sun. The third bronzer would probably be my #1 favorite if I had to narrow down the list. This is the Gucci bronzer. I picked up the shade 03 and this was perfect for me the first time around. I believe there are 5 shades available, and from what I've seen from other people's posts, they're kind of all over the place. Some are really cool. I think 2 is a lot darker than 3. It's a little bit strange. Now I believe they are widely available in case you'd like to check them out. They were restocked at Sephora, but it is just the most beautiful, dreamy, creamy powder. Blends on the skin so easily, even better than the powder, the face setting powder, which I love from Gucci. I love this Tiffany blue compact. It's so vintage, glam, old Hollywood. Beautiful to display. This would make a beautiful gift. But the product inside is just as great, even better than the packaging, which is amazing. I love everything Gucci is doing right now. I'm always on their website scrolling, seeing what's new, what's coming. There's a section where you can check out the Gucci stories and you can read some of the inspiration. You can see some mood boards behind some of the Gucci beauty products. I highly recommend clicking around and just checking it out if you're bored. I have 2 blushes here to talk about. This first one is also Fenty Beauty. This is the Petal Poppin' Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush. I picked up shade 02, and it is kind of the perfect neutral pink. I could wear this every single day. It blends just as easy as the cream bronzer. You could just tap it on with your fingers. In fact, I have blush on, but I'll go ahead and add a little bit more just so you can see. I love a product like this because it's so easy, and I love this little plastic compact. It looks very glamorous. But you could just throw this in a travel bag, throw it in a makeup bag. It's not going to take up a ton of room. You don't have to worry about it breaking. Like, it feels very substantial. The size kind of scared me, but all you need is such a small amount. So I think this little compact is going to last me a very long time. I also really love this Illamasqua gel blusher. This is the Color Veil in the shade Tonic. This is not a new product, but it snuck its way back into my beauty routine. I feel like I go a month or two without talking about it, and then I just have to bring it up again because I truly love it. It's one of those products that's so interesting. It's kind of a gel, it's a jelly, it's a cream. When you rub it around in your fingers, it almost melts and then it glides on the skin. It is so natural. Again, like the Fenty, it's very easy to apply this. To finish the complexion, I've been loving this Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. This is the shade Cocoa Bling. This was sent to me complimentary in a little PR box. They sent 3 different shades. I think one of them I sent away as part of a giveaway. But I have these 2, Cocoa Bling and Illuminati. This has been the one that I've been getting the most use out of, and I love it. The first time I applied this to my face, I wasn't sure because it looks like a glitter bomb. It's just so shimmery. But as you work it into the skin, I don't know what happens because you don't see shimmer or glitter anymore and it just looks wet. And I love that appearance. I did try this on my eyes the other day and I liked it. But I actually prefer it as a highlight. I thought I would prefer it on the eyes, but that wasn't the case. It still looks really beautiful. If you're doing a minimal makeup look or you don't want to pull out a ton of products, you could always just use this as an eyeshadow. Definitely works as an inner corner highlight. Ugh, it is the best inner corner highlight and brow highlight because it's just so dramatic. All you have to do is tap, just a little deep, and it's blinding. Beautiful. It just changes the entire look. Moving on now to eyes, these should come as no surprise. If you've peeped the description box at all this month, you've definitely seen the NARS Stricken Power Chrome Loose Eye Pigment. I think I might use this up, which would be pretty remarkable considering how many eye products that I have, but it's become my go-to eye look. I think it looks so pretty. I think it's good to have your go-to everyday look, your go-to smoky eye, go-to evening look. That way, if you don't have time to really think about it or mess with your makeup, you know what you're gonna do. This has become part of that routine. On a daily basis, I just know I can grab this and it looks really beautiful. It's a loose pigment, but I've used it so much with a wet brush. I think I've kind of packed it down and created my own pressed pigment. It's amazing. I also have a few palettes here from NARS. The pigments and the palettes were sent to me complimentary from NARS. Full disclosure, but I would not be talking about them now if they aren't products that I would absolutely have purchased myself. So this first palette is the Orgasm X. This one is a little bit deeper. It's more intense, but I love these colors. And then the original Orgasm palette. I actually think this is better than the Pillow Talk palette, the little quad. I prefer it. Not the Pillow Talk Instant Eye palette, the larger palette that I use just about every single day. But a lot of people were saying that this is similar to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. That is true, but I actually prefer this one because I think you have a little bit better shade variation. I don't know, I just prefer these colors. This color right here, this taupey brown, it's like an iced coffee. I am obsessed with this. The quality of these eyeshadows is incredible. I love the mattes, I love the metallics, and I love how they created very complete quads. Like you can create one full look using just these 4 shadows, and same with this one. If I had to choose a favorite, initially I was leaning towards this because I think this color is really pretty. It's not just a red eyeshadow that you see all the time now. It's more of a mauvey berry tone. I don't know, it's very interesting. But my favorite would have to be the original Orgasm palette. Out of all of the new mascaras I've tried lately and new launches, this is hands down my favorite. Nothing even comes that close. I love the wand. It is so perfect. Slightly tapered at the end so you can get the inner corner really easily. It gives you volume, but it's not so thick that you struggle to get the lower lash line. If I'm applying mascara to the lower lashes and it gets really messy or it's really difficult, that is a deal breaker for me. This is perfect on the lower lashes, but it's also really great for the top lashes as well. It gives you separation. It doesn't get clumpy even though it gives you volume. So it's just kind of the best of everything. I think it checks all of the boxes. I love this tube. I think it looks really pretty. But the wand and the formula is what makes this so amazing. I don't know where I was looking, but I saw someone was selling a mini version of this for $14. Now, I received a sample from Sephora with one of my Sephora purchases, and it's a great size, but I would hope that the mini that they're selling is not the sample size. You might as well go ahead, just invest in the full-size mascara. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I'm sure it's a better value. Don't waste your money spending $14 on a little mini mascara. Go for the full thing. You won't regret it. Only a few items left to talk about. I don't remember when this arrived. It could have been early August. I think it was late July, but I love it. This is the Gucci nail polish in the shade Annabelle Rose, I believe. Yes, Annabelle Rose, 212. It's what's on my nails today. My nails feel so strong and rock hard. Barely any chipping. And even now, they need to be redone, but it's not because they've chipped so badly. They've just grown out. I've never had an at-home manicure last this long. So I'm excited. I'm going to order the turquoise. I might order the red, maybe the black. They don't have a huge selection at the moment, but I think this is the perfect everyday nude. For those occasions when you want your makeup to last forever, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. This makeup spray is incredible. It really does create an invisible shield across your face. I would use it sparingly. I learned that the hard way the first time around. I sprayed way too much because it gives almost a glossy finish to your makeup. So that's another thing. If you don't like to look really dewy, I would avoid this. And it's not that it adds oil and it adds dew to your skin. It doesn't feel really heavy, but it gives you that luminous, glowy look. I really love that look, so this is perfect. You could spray this on top of a matte foundation. You're still going to have oil control with the appearance, the illusion of glowy skin. If you have a special occasion, I would also use this to prep the skin. And for those occasions when you want to remove all of your makeup, this One Size Beauty Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. I love the mist because it is so fast and easy. You just spray it on your face, massage it into your skin, and your makeup truly starts melting off your face. This is a must-have for makeup artists and really anybody who wears a full face of makeup. I always have to double cleanse every single night, or else I'll wake up in the morning and I still have tons of makeup left on my face. So I always go in with the makeup remover first. Usually I do an oil cleanser and then I go in with a foamy cleanser. But this is perfect because then I can skip the oil cleanser. If you need to be incredibly precise, you could also mist this directly on a little Q-tip or an eyeshadow brush to clean up something very specific on your face. There are so many different uses for this. I love it. And that completes my list of July favorites. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I want to hear from you guys. What have been your favorite products for the month of July? Drop me a comment. We'll keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned, everything on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.